Welcome to Wall Street Confidential here on TheStreet.com TV. I'm Farnoosh Torabi. Sitting here is James Altucher, trying to channel James Cramer for me while he's on vacation.
I know, I'm very excited to be taking Jim's place here. This is like an honor for me.
For those of viewers who don't know, the many hats you wear, including you're on a fund of hedge funds, you founded StockPicker, and you're contributor to Real Money. In another video, we'll get into all of that. But right now, the focus is a question about Apple. Of course, the iPhone comes out on the 29th, and ahead of that, BreakingViews.com posts something very interesting about Apple's stock, questioning whether the stock is too pricey. And in doing so, James, it compares it to Nokia, saying, look, Apple plans on selling 10 million iPhones in 2008. Nokia plans on selling 55 times those many phones that same year, but Nokia stock is trading around 3 times the iPhone business. The company's valued at 3 times the iPhone business. So,
right, which is somewhat of a ridiculous comment. Like, you know, with all respect to them, I mean, it's very good that they have all the numbers out there, and it's interesting to read that article. But you know, Apple's in many other businesses other than the iPhone, and it's the 3rd largest music retailer. And let's not forget, they're still selling their computers. They're selling more Macs every year than the year before, and the iPhone's only going to contribute to their overall business, their overall, you know, top line and bottom line. Look, is Nokia cheap here? Probably. It's had a nice 30% run over the past year. Apple's also had a nice run, but this iPhone business is going to be huge. Really, the way I would play it today, though, is AT&T. AT&T is selling all the monthly plans. They're selling all the wireless data, you know, that's going to the iPhone. And the company trades at just 13 times forward earnings. I think T is a great way to play it. I also think Adobe is an interesting way to play iPhone, which I have not seen mentioned anywhere else. But Adobe sells Flash, which appears, you know, Flash is used for every YouTube video. There's a YouTube client on the iPhone. I'm going to start watching YouTube every day because I'm going to buy an iPhone after 8 years of RIM usage. So I'm bullish on all of them, though. I think it's going to be a great product.
Well, speaking of RIM, I mean, what about the stocks that are trying to have to like sort of up their ante now that the iPhone's coming out, like RIM, like for maybe Motorola, for example? How about those stocks that have to sort of play catch up now to the iPhone?
Well, RIM does and it doesn't have to play catch up. RIM is a big leader in terms of cell phones and wireless devices for the enterprise, which is an area Apple is not going to enter at all. Like if you want your corporate email, you know, and also access to corporate databases on a wireless device, your company is going to buy RIM for you. It's not going to buy the iPhone. So, you know, to some extent, they have their own moat and they're solid. I know RIM very well. I started a wireless software company in the year 2000. RIM was a big investor of the company. I like their product. I use their product. I'm going to buy an iPhone. I'm sorry, RIM, but I'm going to buy an iPhone. And but I'm excited for both products.
All right, we're actually going to go over to the Apple Store on 5th Avenue and later this afternoon to
visit
all the folks that are actually sleeping on the sidewalk waiting for Friday's release of the iPhone. We'll bring you that video later on this week. Thanks so much, James Altucher.
Thanks.
This is Wall Street Confidential on TheStreet.com TV. Don't go away.